Hey guys, Dabloon here, and today's another BTD6 video, and today we're going to get the Sun Temple on Chimps mode before round 100. This is gonna hopefully be a black border. There's a little tricky part on 95 that might cause us from getting that, but we're gonna try our best, guys. Let's jump right in. So for this one, we're going to be using a Gwendolyn because she is perfect for this kind of thing. And I'm going to use this squin. I was a Squindolin or Skindolin. But we're going to use the Harlequin skin because it's awesome. And then we're going to go over to Logs because we all know Logs is the place to go when you're doing something crazy like a level 100 Chimps Temple or anything crazy like that. Or any achievement you're trying to get like 2 Mega Pops or 2 Towers Chimps. This is the place to do it, as you've seen in my other videos. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop a sub right smack in the middle. But before we do that, guys, definitely hit that like button if you like what you're watching. Consider subscribing if you're new, and definitely check out Dablooon Coffee because it tastes good and it's super cool. And my goal for today, guys, is to get 300 likes on this video. I don't know if that's too crazy, but I'm going to go for it. If it happens, it happens. And thank you guys in advance if it does happen. But we're going to drop this sub right here in the middle at the bottom. And I'll explain why, but just put him like directly in the middle at the bottom. And the reason why is because we want him to hit this one, and this one once we get longer range. And he's going to be our only source of camo during this game, our only source, nothing else, no other Sun Temple Ultravision, no other village, because we want to save as much money as we can. Because if you guys didn't know, it's $108,000 to get that Sun Temple, which is a lot of money. And you only have roughly around $177,000 in the entire game on Chimps. So given that, gonna be a little bit tough, so we're gonna have to work at it a little bit to get it before, you know, 105 level or something. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to place our Gwendolyn so she can start leveling up. And the reason why we placed him in the middle, for the specific reason on that, is because if we put him too far left, he's going to get sucked up or sacrificed by our Sun Temple when we get that advancement or the $108,000. But we don't want that to happen, because what'll happen is you'll turn the Sun Temple into a Sun Temple, and then you won't have any camo and you'll lose, and it's a big bummer. So that's what I did my first time. So I went back through and we fixed it to where here, and then we even fixed it further because near the bottom now we can hit the track and it's going to be extra power and extra cool, and he's going to be a plutonium reactor, which is going to help out a lot. A lot of talk about this little sub, but just make sure you place him on the middle at the bottom and you'll be just fine. Now we're going to take Gwendolyn and we're going to place her at the very top left corner. And you kind of need to be a little bit pixel perfect on these placements just because we need to fit 2 villages and a super monkey in there. I'm going to try to call him Sun Avatar a million times, or a ninja. I don't know why, but it is a super monkey, and that's what we're going to place there. But now that we have her down and she's going to start gaining her levels pretty quickly, what we're going to do is we're going to go twin guns, then longer range, advanced intel, all that good stuff to help us out a little bit here. And then on 24 is going to be our first like hard level, and what we're going to do is we're going to submerge the sub so he can turn the camo to not camo, and then we'll be good to go from there. So real simple stuff, very basic gameplay from here. And then we're going to have some giant like blackout skip during the middle because we have to go from Sun Avatar to $108,000, which is going to take a long time, but it'll be kind of fun. So it'll be cool stuff. I'll skip ahead, of course, but still fun for you guys to watch on your end when you're doing this challenge, or just to get up and leave. That's what's cool about these little AFK crazy strategies like this, because I literally am going to get up and go probably eat some food or get a drink while it's doing that, and I'll come back and hopefully it won't be like right at 95 and we're gonna have trouble. I'm like, no, and I dive in trying to hit the space bar to slow it down, all that good stuff. But next step, guys, we got that one. I'm gonna go for airburst darts first, and then I'm gonna get submergence support, because submergence support is only important on 24. And I mean, worst case scenario, if we don't get it in time, which we're going to, but if we didn't, we do have Gwen's ability. Both her 1 and 2 ability also hit camo, so it's kind of cool. The problem is that she throws it at like the first balloon on the track, like the one that's going the furthest or whatever, and so she's usually chasing it with that pot of fire, and then it doesn't actually hit it, which is a big bummer, but you never know. So now we're going to get submergence support. We're going to put him back to first. And remember, pay attention to 24, because we're either going to have to use her fire pot or we're going to have to submerge it. Either way, 24 won't be a problem. And then 33 is the next camo. We're actually going to have to submerge this guy for good to make sure nothing crazy happens. Next thing we're going to do is, okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. So we need to submerge him. Now that takes off the camo, and now he'll just pop him himself. Super easy. We're good on leads on 28. We have this guy for the submerge. Super easy stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our villages up. And you're probably wondering why I didn't get the village before I started upgrading the sub to save some money. I did try it out and I did the math on it and stuff. I saved, no joke, only like $200 on the sub is like 200 or 300 bucks just by getting him or the village first and then upgrading my sub, which was also extra work because we had like a chance that we were going to lose on one of the rounds and he just wasn't strong enough. So it's not worth the money, but it is definitely worth its weight in gold when it comes to the Sun avatar, because instead of him being like 23,000 something, he's only 19,000. And then to even place down the super monkey, it costs 2,700, but with both villages, it's only around 2,200. So we're saving tons of money by getting both these villages and going discount on them for our soon to be Sun Temple or Sun Avatar, whatever you want to call it. But 33 is going to come faster than we want it to, and I'm stuttering again. I'm going to forget that it's here, so we got to pay attention. So I'm going to get this village, and if you didn't see in that first one too, it was kind of pixel perfect in the bottom right corner, and this one's going to be pretty much the only place you can put it is like right here. Yeah, it's right there, yeah. And then we're going to go monkey business and monkey commerce on this one as well. And that's going to make us get ready to get our super monkey at this point. But now 33 is coming, guys. We just got to submerge, and she'll pop most of it. But what'll happen is as soon as everything's gone through, like all the yellows have gone through, then we can just kind of unsubmerge him, and then he can do the rest of the work. So we got a couple more yellows left right there, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we can unsubmerge him because he's popped or decamoized all of those yellows, and we are good to go. Next one I think is going to be 36. And we'll have to submerge again, but hopefully we'll have a super monkey time to kind of help out with those pops, or we'll use her ability to kind of clean up a little bit too, because sometimes it's a little too late after you desubmerge or decamoize everything because you don't have enough room to pop everything. But we'll see what happens. But again, this guy's going to be a lot cheaper, the super monkey, which is really cool. But the problem is, like, you still need 2,700 to place him, even though he's not going to cost that much. It's a little weird, but it works. So let's get this round over with here. There we go. So after the pink rush, we're going to get some greens. In that case, you could submerge it. I mean, you could also just do this too, throw down your fire pot, and then she'll pop all of them too, but she won't have enough for all of them. So just leave them submerged, not a big deal. Or maybe she did. Yeah. Her little glass bottle got them all. That's pretty cool. I like it. Now what we're going to do here is hopefully pop all these things, which we did. And then we're going to grab a super monkey and place it right here. Did I leave up the long screen? Oh, Dillermondo is now following on Twitch, but I am not live, guys. I just left up the wrong scene on my Streamlabs. So that does happen. I have a YouTube one and a Twitch one. And the Twitch ones constantly has alerts going. So even like the middle of the night, if I accidentally leave Streamlabs on, it'll go, so-and-so has followed, so-and-so has followed. So it's kind of funny, but I should have clicked YouTube. I forgot. Okay, so now what we're going to do is now we got Super Monkey. We're going to get Laser Blast here. And pretty much now we're just trying to get ready for the what do you call the Moab? So let's decamo these guys so we don't have any problems. We can put them back on first. Okay, good to go there. So we're gonna have enough for knockback, and that's about it before that Moab comes out. So I mean, you can get Plutonium Reactor if you wanted to. There's just no point because we're just gonna get as much as we can to pop the Moab, make sure we get it and clean up everything underneath it. And then we'll have more than enough time to get that Plutonium Reactor, and then he will not only decamoize everything for us and be our only source of camo detection this entire match, but he'll also destroy a lot of balloons, which is more than we can ask for. I'm stoked about it. Okay, we can throw this thing down, but watch it chase it. Yeah, like that didn't do nothing. So let's speed it up here because bummer. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this guy in submerge because we don't really even want him anymore, and we're gonna get up to 2,700 monkey dollars here, whatever you want to call those little coins, and we're gonna get this guy to submerge. And now he has this track, this track, this track, this track, and this track, and little bits of those. He is killing it, and we are good to go with this guy, which is really, really awesome. Next thing we're gonna do, of course, is then get the Plasma Blast. Guys, I am talking up a storm right here, but I haven't done a regular tutorial in weeks now. It's all been the ones from stream, which have been a lot of fun because I get to interact with you guys right there, but I'm right back talking to myself, trying to get in the groove of how to talk to myself. And I think I'm doing all right, but hopefully you guys are able to understand this. I'm being as thorough as possible because I want you guys to do this because it's not an achievement or nothing like that, but it's just a little pat on the shoulder saying I did it. And it was really cool just to see that Sun Temple on Chimps. You're like, I'm on Chimps and I got the Sun Temple. Heck yeah. So I definitely want you guys to give it a shot and then put it into the Discord. Go into the Dabloon's BTD6 little note thing on Discord and send a screenshot of you knocking this out with your Sun Temple on Chimps. I really would like to see that. That'd be super cool stuff. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for Sun Avatar, which is $19,000. So what we're gonna do is we're definitely gonna skip ahead because you don't need to wait that long. It's gonna be a short time, but still, let's skip ahead and come back when we have enough for that Sun Avatar. So let's grab that Sun Avatar, and remember guys, he is our only source of camo balloons, so do not upgrade him to middle path and do not get Ultra Vision. I know it's only $1,000, but $1,000 will and can make a difference because it's going to be like Imagine we're going all the way now with just this guy. I mean, we're gonna get a couple more towers right here, but we're gonna go all the way to $108,000. That's gonna put us in the 90s. So every dollar counts at this point because we need to get that 108,000 as quickly as possible. And a lot of the times when you think, oh, it's not a big deal, I can buy a little glue gun or something. No, it'll completely mess up your timing and you won't be able to do it. And it gets real crazy. So luckily I figured that out for you, and it's gonna be simple from here. What we are gonna do is we're gonna get bigger radius and jungle drums. That affects this guy, so now he's faster. Affects her, she's faster. Now he's faster. Good stuff here. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get an alchemist. All right, so we're gonna get him up to 2 if we can. So you want as cheap as money as you can. It's not gonna save us like a bunch of money, but why not, right? And you're just gonna go up to the 3rd tier 0-0. That is it. So 3-0-0. And the reason why I'm choosing that specifically is I ran a bunch of different ways on this, and if you go 2700, it really doesn't do that much extra, and this was just enough. So how it went was I let it go. It's, you guys know I do all my what do you call it, like tutorials on challenge editor first, right? And so I ran it through with just Sun Avatar. I saw how far I can make it. And I think I made it around like 87 or 89, and then I was like, okay, I need to add something, so I added jungle drums, and that helped out tremendously, right? And then I got to like, I think it was 92 or 93 and I lost. And I'm like, what's going on here? So I tried abilities. I didn't want to mess with that. And so I threw down this alchemist and he just breezed right through it. Now 95 is our only pain, and we could make it easier with like a glue gunner, or pretty much anything could help us get through 95 easier, but we need it because on 96 we need to get that 108,000 for that guy, and we'll be right on the money on 95. So that's what's going to happen here. We're just going to rock this all the way out until then. You guys can watch it if you want to, but you can go at least to 90 with this, no problems. After that, around 92, maybe check in on it every few minutes to see if it's going okay. But then 95 is where it's going to be at, and I'm going to pause it right before that so we can get into it, because guys, that thing gets pretty crazy. And there is like, I beat it 7 times on my challenge editor on my phone. And before I brought it over to PC to make the tutorial, I'm like, I got this down, I got this timing down. Then I brought it over here, I did my whole monologue, I did the video for about 20 minutes, and then it messed it up. So there is a little bit of RNG, I guess, because even out of those 7 times I got it, that one time I didn't. So we're gonna try to mask that and do that as best as possible, but we might have to gold border and hit home. But either way, guys, hopefully you guys have already knocked out chimps on black border, and then this will be just for fun and just to get that extra little insta monkey, right, when we get to that round 100. But either way, guys, I'm going to skip a little bit forward here, and I'll come back on the cool stuff around 76 or 78 probably to see how that just wrecks those rushes. But one thing I almost forgot, guys, so if you haven't noticed, my last few videos have been a little bit different, and that's because they were cut down footage from the live streams that I've been doing on Twitch, and that channel is just going crazy over on Twitch. We're getting like averages like 45 people watching on balloons, which is just unreal for me, because usually like it's 20 or maybe 30. We're getting like 45 average. That is insane. So thank you guys all for coming over there, and if you guys haven't yet, definitely go over to twitch.tv/Dabloon and give a follow there so you can see all the future balloons live streams and see the race strategies first before I even make a video, chimp strategies first before I make a video, and the odysseys before I even make it a video, which is just really cool. And then also I do stream a lot of other games. Like I just got done from a big large Mario Origami King stream that was like 3 hours, and I'm playing through that game, and I have a separate channel, but we'll talk about that later. But I was doing Mario, we've done Call of Duty, we do a lot of balloons, we're gonna do Fortnite, Fire with the Dragon, just a lot of cool stuff. So definitely jump on over to twitch.tv/Dabloon and give a follow there so you can see it all live and all cool stuff. And the next live stream will most likely be Thursday for balloons around 6 or 7 p.m. so we can knock out that Odyssey and turn that into a video as well. Now let's get to this 108,000 for this guy. Wow, this is taking forever to get to $108,000. I've never gone this long before trying the Sun Temple Chimp before. This is a little crazy, but you know what doesn't take long, guys? Going over to Dabloon.com and checking out your Dabloon coffee and checking out some Dabloon mugs too, guys. Doesn't take long at all. Sorry for that plug there. I had to do it. I was just sitting here just like, what can I do in the meantime? I'm like, well, I can just be a big dork like I usually am and try to plug some cool stuff in the meantime. But guys, we're almost there. It's level 89 out of 100. We still need way too much money, but are you guys like a little bit surprised at how cool this guy's doing? I'm not the biggest advocate of the Sun Avatar, because every time I go to use him, he's not that strong to me. And he's cool. Everyone loves like Perma Spike and Sun Avatar, just not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? But he's wrecking it here, and we do have like 1 million rounds for it to go around. Like we have over here, over here, over here, over here. You guys know what I mean. But we're almost there to where we get to like actually play the game. That's going to be on round 95. 92 might be a little tough since there's a little bit of RNG here and there, but it should be pretty simple. The last thing but not least is going to be 95. So I am at this point going to turn off auto start because I don't want to get up and leave and then I come back and then it's like completely messed up, right? Or if I switch over to another screen or whatever I'm doing and then I'm like, oh shoot, that was 95. So I'm gonna turn off auto start, hit play, and I will come back at the end of 94. All right guys, here we are, the dreaded 95. And as you can see, we have $104,981. We're almost there, and we could have bought them if we didn't buy. Well, no, pretty much we're where we need to be. So it's going to be fine. And at the end of this level, we should have enough for it, but we're not going to get it during this level for the Sun Temple. And luckily we are out of, oh wow, I moved him over a little farther than I thought I did. Hopefully he doesn't suck that guy up because that could blow this whole strategy. But we'll see what happens here. But what we're going to do is, as you guys know, there's a ton of balloons that come out on there, I think like purple and stuff. They're going to come out of here and go for a while, and then we're going to get a flurry of DDTs, like tons and tons of them, like a million of them, right? And what's going to happen is we're going to wait till they come all the way around, and the sun avatar is going to knock out the first few dozen or whatever. And then once the first one hits this area, we're going to drop Gwen's bomb, her little first bomb. Okay. And then that's going to pretty much wreck them to where there's not much coming through here. And then once a little cluster makes it around this last bend and gets to like this area, we're going to use her second like bomb fire ability to kind of clean up the rest. And then the sun avatar should be able to clean it up. Like I was saying earlier, this worked for me 7 out of 7 times on Challenge Editor on my phone. As soon as I brought it over to here in regular Chimps mode, it didn't work. So we're going to try it this one time. Hopefully it works the first time through. If you guys do have trouble, you're not alone. So just try it your best, and then we'll recuperate if we need to. But remember, hit that escape button if it's looking a little risky, and we can just go home and try it again. Since we are in Chimps, it'll be gold border, but we all have a black border on Logs Chimps, so it's not going to be an issue. So we're going to hit play. We're going to slow it down after the DDTs start coming here. So I have a lot of little buttons going on here, but if you're on your phone, it's a lot easier because they're all surrounded by each other. So once the DDTs start coming, we are going to slow it down. And as soon as this one gets around, but we'll beat up the first few like I was saying, but the first one that comes around, we're going to hit that first ability and then the second ability if it gets a little crazier. I know it's hard to explain while I'm talking. It's because I'm trying to multitask. You guys know I'm not the best at that. So let's just let these go around right now. So see, that first one made it through. And then as soon as it gets a little crazy, right about now. See, now it cleaned up all those. Hopefully you can clean them. Okay, he couldn't. See what I'm saying? So that time, a little iffy. So we're going to try that one more time and see what happens here. And then if not, we'll have to think something else through. But we should be just fine. I almost, like, my heart is pounding because I almost let it go after talking to you guys for another 20 or 30 minutes. I've already done this once today. So we're going to make this one work. So I think what I'm going to do on this one, guys, is just hit it a little sooner on that second ability. I don't know what I'm doing differently, so I'm a little worried here, but we'll be able to figure it out. We can figure it out as a team. So we're going to hit this second ability a little earlier, so hopefully it'll just blow them all up. So we'll probably hit this one a little earlier too. So as soon as that first one tries to make it around that little loop, we'll throw it and then go right here. Boom, there we go. That should help out because she was able to hit all the DDTs that time. And then as soon as it gets crazy, we'll do that. And then we'll go second ability right about now. And that clean them all up. There we go. There we have it. Okay, so just do that. And that one worked a little bit better. So what you're going to want to do is, as you saw me do it there that second time, is you're going to want to throw your fire. I'm not sure. I can't really say that that little Molotov cocktail really did all that difference in the world. But just because I let the balloons go first right through here, this little log. And then I threw the thing because then it actually hit that first DDT that came through, which might have changed the whole game. Who knows? And then I did the second ability around roughly the same time. So just try to do that as well, and you guys should have no problems. Now from here, we have enough for this guy, so we can activate him if you want to. And the hard part about this, though, is, okay, cool. He didn't suck up the sub. That was the whole point, because now he can still see camo. So we are still golden as can be, and everything's moving along. Now at this point, guys, we're going to get another like $30,000 or so because we didn't spend much at all. This is a relatively very cheap chimps if we hadn't have bought the Sun Temple. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get ready for that bad, because that one's kind of random if he can beat it or not on his own. So we're going to definitely get a either Moab Eliminator, or most likely it's going to be a first strike capability. I think that's what it's called, first strike capability. We're going to get that so we can just make sure this bad is no more, because everything else is a little crazy. So we'll let these rounds go through. We'll make some money. And I tried an overclock. I just wasn't really feeling it. It wasn't adding too much to the plates, or it didn't even really matter. You can get an alchemist, but this guy shoots so fast, it's really not going to have that much effect. So just kind of let it be on its own, get that first strike. Maybe an alchemist might be cool, but it's really cool that he has that little blowback ability, because that's really what's saving him. Because if not, guys, if he didn't have that, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be doing that great right now, which is kind of crazy to me. So I don't know, but I'm going to grab this guy first just to make sure we have him at the end, or I don't know. What do you guys want? Oh, I did forget one tower though. I did forget one. Okay, you can't fit him in here anymore. Hitbox is too big, but we can go faster. That's what we definitely need. We need him to go faster, which he is now. Cool. And then he has Gwendolyn's little spice it up ability that she has to make him even cooler, which is good stuff. And now we're going to go for this sub, put him here, and we'll go all the way to the middle. So we need only 12,000. Why is it only 12,000? I thought the first strike was like 14,000. Did they just nerf it recently? Or buff it, I guess. That would be a buff, huh? That's pretty crazy. I did not know that. I swore it was 14,000. Whichever works, right? They probably killed the like damage of it though, right? So little give and a take there, but who knows? All right, so we're gonna grab 12,000 for that one, and then 98, you guys know, is dreadful, but it's cool to see this guy just shoot his big blast at it. But what I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know below what you guys thought. I thought that when this thing came on 98, I thought it was just gonna go blah, 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 and it would just be like a laser beam, like Cyclops on the X-Men, you know, just like blah, 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 and everything would just decimate in its path. But I mean, to be honest, it's not really doing that crazy good. So it must be because you have to spend millions of dollars to sacrifice all of the right towers to make it super cool. But either way though, I'm happy with it. It definitely knocks out the last few hard rounds, which is gonna be like 98 and 99, which is more than we need. So it's pretty cool. So we got some money here now. We can use her ability if you're getting a little scared like I am. I'm like, okay, come on, man. We made it this far. Don't lose on us now. So you could throw her first ability too. That was a little scary there, wasn't it? I feel like he would have cleaned it up just because it was balloons and stuff, but still, I mean, oh my gosh. All right, now what we can do is whatever you kind of want. Alchemist really isn't going to do much, but I mean, might as well give it a shot, yeah? Let's see what it does. Okay. It gets a few hits in there. Maybe those few hits are enough to like just go crazy in there, but as you can see, it leaves pretty quickly, so it's not getting like the full effect of it or nothing, but it's still cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And then 99, we should be able to take out pretty easy. And if we don't, we'll just use the abilities as soon as all of the DTs are on the map. So now, and then now again, look at them. They're all getting hit there. That was pretty cool. All right. So now with this, guys, just first strike it. He can do it pretty much on his own to where he like blows up the DDT or to DDTs like right here, which is a little too late for us. So that's what I'm saying. We're just going to first strike, use the abilities, do whatever you can just to damage this thing, because we don't want to make it this far and with the Sun Temple and then lose. That wouldn't be really cool. So we're just going to attack it like this and go for it. And this first strike should open it up. Yeah, there we go. And he's going to clean up everything for sure. Where'd the DDTs go? Oh, they blew up with the first strike because there's a lot more damage. Okay. That all makes sense. Good stuff. So this is going to be it. We just beat Chimps with a Sun Temple. We got the Sun Temple at the end of 95, around 96, whatever you want to call it. And it worked out. It did the job. Wasn't as clean as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot cooler, but we did black border it, which no, we didn't. We didn't black border. That was a lie. Don't listen to that. I thought we did, but that was a second run through. So hopefully you guys did it on your first run through and you were able to get that black border and knock it out, because guys, that was a lot of fun. Just a cool random little challenge for today. I think this is gonna be a pretty quick video after I skip everything ahead. So hope you guys liked it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I promise guys, I am working on Flooded Valley Half Cash. I've been asked for that one so much, and I'm just trying to make it easier for you. And with all monkey knowledge, it's not the hardest, but it's hard to make it like easy to make sure everyone can pass it. So that's what I'm working on. It will be out hopefully soon. And in the meantime, guys, definitely jump over to that live stream on Thursday for the Odyssey mode. And if not, jump into live stream just anyway between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because I'll be streaming random games as well. And maybe tonight, guys, I might even get Sooners to play Fortnite with me. I know some of you guys love that game, others hate it, but it'll be still fun to hang out with Sooners playing that game because he's really good at shooters. So if you guys want to go over there, twitch.tv/Dabloon. If not, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.